All right, welcome back. We continue, and this is March Madness time. We have a lot to get into today, but we're going to begin with a madness that's happening on the campus over there in Oakland for the University of Pittsburgh. Firing Kevin Stallings. 8 guys roughly decide to transfer. They have nobody to play, nobody to coach, and they're taking some hits nationally as well on their credibility. Tim Benz, let's start with the coaching search because there are a lot of names that come into play. Thad Matta, guy I like a lot, Sean Miller, Danny Hurley, Ben Howland. Sort through it. What do you think is going to happen? What should happen?
Well, I think that Danny Hurley is the best choice. I know on Ron's program, John Feinstein was on and said that the Pitt situation, this is before all the transfers, was not worse off than UConn's. That was something that Mike DeCourcy said, similar to me on Trib Live. So I would make a strong push for Danny Hurley. The most obvious candidate is Sean Miller if he were to be fired by Arizona. I don't know that they'll do that. That situation is so politically awkward right now. I don't know how that's going to shake out. It is kind of funny to me, though, that Pitt fans turn their noses up at Tom Crean in a lot of cases. Some weren't interested at all in him because he flamed out at Indiana, right? And Mark Fox, when he got bounced at Georgia, don't even think about that. Well, because he just got fired at Georgia. So what, you want the guy that got fired at Arizona and didn't succeed in the tournament? You bounced Jamie Dixon because he didn't succeed in the tournament, but it's okay because he went to Pitt and he's a local guy? I guess it is, but we are kind of being intellectually dishonest there to a degree about what our structure, what our criteria is to hire a coach at Pitt if we're just going to slide the scale because we happen to like one guy. They give him rope, though. I know that. They give him a lot more rope to get the job done because he is a local legend.
Well, and I think the other thing, too, to talk about when we talk about Sean Miller, if that possibility does come to pass, is that for years, or at least not, the entire second half of the Jamie Dixon era at Pitt, people talked about, man, you can't get through the ceiling, you can't get to a Final Four, this and that. And they said, there were a lot of people in Oakland who said, we'd even take victory, we'd take success under the pall of suspicion as far as the NCAA is concerned. Please, keep it clean. We're only getting to the Sweet 16 every year. And now Sean Miller comes available, and all of a sudden people are going, ooh, I don't know I don't know about Sean Miller now. No, you guys want to win. Heather Lyke wants to fill the Pete. If Sean Miller comes available, if he needs a job, it all comes together perfectly. It's a slam dunk, no-brainer.
I'm not quite sure of that. I think it's a hell of a gamble if they would hire Sean Miller. Probably worth it considering where they are, but this scandal down there has not ended yet. We got to see how that plays out. Heather Lyke's background was in
Compliance.
Compliance. And I don't know that she would make that move. It would probably be popular among the fans. He could end up coming here 6 months later, be thrown out of the college game. I mean, it's all possible for it to happen. I like Thad Matta. I'm with Pompeani on this one. All the guy does is win wherever he's been. Now, I don't know that he wants to coach this year. He has a history of back problems that just almost paralyzing for him. I don't know that his health would allow him. I like him. I hear Hurley all weekend. They said he'll end up at UConn, if only because UConn will pay more money than Pitt will. And
I don't know if they can.
I just don't know if guys want to come to Pitt. They fire a coach after 2 years and try to nickel and dime him to get out of paying his buyout here. That's not exactly called supporting your head coach.
That's leads me into what Jim Boeheim said, in case you missed it. He was asked about Tony Bennett. Of course, Tony Bennett had an historic run in the ACC at Virginia, and then they get knocked off. And they get knocked off pretty easily. And so he's out. And Boeheim brought up Pittsburgh when he was asked about that situation. Quote, Pittsburgh, they didn't like their coach because he didn't win in the tournament. Pittsburgh, they're really doing it good now, aren't they? And then he went on to say, when talking about contractual situations, that they're reneging on something that is in black and white, and it doesn't look good. So, Chris, they got to solve this thing pretty quickly, don't they? Because they're taking a hit nationally, and it may affect who is willing to come here.
Well, yeah, it looks terrible. It looks like nickel and diming is exactly what it is. Now, if they're trying to take some of that money and use it to hire a Danny Hurley, then I guess you could look at it and say that's logical. They're trying to save a dime here somehow. I guess you could look at it that way, but it looks bad. You take basically buying the ticket for Jamie Dixon's train to Fort Worth and pushing him out the door. You take only giving Stallings 2 years and then shoving him out the door. And now you take the contractual situation on top of it. Pitt right now, if I'm a major college head coaching candidate, I'm going almost anywhere else in one of these major conferences before I go to Pitt.
Except UConn, because they're doing the same thing to Kevin Ollie.
Well, yeah, and they may be paying even less.
If they didn't fire him after 2 years, though, I think that is such a horrible look for anybody. And I'm not saying they had any choice but to fire Stallings. Nobody cares about the program. Nobody goes anymore. But you got to give a guy a chance. And if I'm a coach, like Chris said, I want to go there. This is how they support me. If I have a bad year, I'm going to have a bad year next year. My whole team is left. Maybe that's good when you go 0-19, but you're talking about a major building job.
Yeah, and I think if we're talking about where they should go moving forward more realistically, if they can't get Hurley, and if Miller stays in Arizona or he can't be hired by Pitt because of the scandal surrounding Arizona, they've got to find a guy like, for instance, I wrote about him in the Trib a little bit, that Tim Kloos from Iona. Guys who are specialists in working the transfer situation, the grad transfer situation. Ron, I believe Andrew has talked about this on your program too with Musselman. He's very good at getting transfers, and that's what Pitt needs right now. They need guys that can come and compete because they've done it in college basketball. They've got 8 guys who are transferring. They don't have a team right now. So I'm not talking about being competitive like winning in the ACC. I'm talking about being competitive so they don't lose by 30 every night.
Well, like they did this year.
Well, yeah.
Like they did this year. They weren't
okay, but I'm saying you don't want that a second straight year is my point.
No, I agree. They don't have a team right now. You're absolutely right. And maybe when you go 0-19, that's a good thing to start all over again.
Yeah, I don't care who comes here. It's going to be another bad year for Pitt basketball. I don't think that's going out on a limb. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go around the horn for this week's Smooth Moves, brought to you by Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertops. That is Armina Stone. So we asked each of our panelists about their smoothest move of the week, and Chris Mack, we'll start with you.
It's got to go to Danny Hurley. Just he came off like a total class act this weekend here in Pittsburgh. I thought it was really admirable the way he focused on his kids after that loss to Duke and refused to talk about anything outside of the Rhode Island program. I know they're all mercenaries for hire, college basketball coaches, and he'll probably end up somewhere else, but I was really impressed with his comportment and demeanor this weekend.
The best news for the Penguins this week, and maybe for all of Pittsburgh sports, was Matt Murray returning to the ice. I'd like to give a little tip of the hat to Tristan Jarry, Casey DeSmith. Not very much experience, a lot of pressure playing with the Stanley Cup contender, and they did just fine and held this team in there, a chance to win. Matt Murray needs to be back, 10 games to go. Penguins need to get him rolling. Those kids did a nice job.
Bob, you already mentioned the smooth move of the week. It's Jim Boeheim for beating Michigan State with a walk-on for the last 6 minutes. He managed to beat Michigan State in Detroit with a guy who I don't think he touched the ball. They basically played with 4 offensive guys against Michigan State on the road and beat them. And yet again, another year of Syracuse doesn't belong. Well, they're in the Sweet 16.
Bob, you got to feel sorry for me. I got to hear this crap from him tonight,
Yep.
and I'm going to hear it all week until Duke obliterates them on Friday.
I'm just the appetizer, Ron.
Well, maybe not the most obnoxious Syracuse fan. It's a battle, I can say.
They're both so humble, Ron. So
those
humble.
are the smooth moves right there. At the end of this smooth moves segment, those are the smooth moves of the week brought to you by Armina Stone, Pittsburgh's largest indoor stone gallery. We're talking granite. We're talking marble, imported from all over the world to give you the smoothest countertops in the area. Score a touchdown on a new granite countertop with Armina Stone. We'll be right back.